Gang, I just wanted to do a really quick. If you guys want some more detail, I'll try and put together a more detailed look at this process. But I wanted to show you the app that I'm going to be using for finding the cheapest flights anywhere in the world. And let me just run through. I haven't planned this, so I'm just going to pick a spot and travel from there. So say I'm leaving from say I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, and I want to leave. It's time to go somewhere else. So I pop open the Skyscanner app, and I can explore everywhere. So I can choose where I'm coming from and where I'm going to, and I want a one-way trip. So you might want a round trip, but mine will be generally one ways. So the option right now for travel anytime. So flights, round trip, $57 in the U.S., all the way down to $20. So my point here is that if you're a remote worker or somewhere without if you're a traveler, I think my real point here is that when you don't maintain a home, when you don't maintain somewhere, you're especially as a remote worker, and I know a lot of IT guys who can actually work from anywhere. So let's just check out a real quick Huntsville, Alabama to anywhere in the United States, anytime. So we can go to Orlando one way for $20. We can go to Denver. So say I want to go to Denver. And so August 22nd, one way to Denver from Huntsville, it's $34. And that's nonstop 3 hour and 2 minute flight on Frontier. Great airline. So you see the options below it, right? You see $604 for a one-way nonstop flight, but I found one for $29. It leaves at 9:13 a.m. on Thursday, August 22nd, which is what? Yeah, so it's this coming Thursday. So if you can leave Thursday, you're in Denver 3 hours later for $29. That's just one quick example. So these are cheap flights. You won't get to choose your seat. Well, you might. So let's check something a little more. Let's check something a little better. Puerto Rico's good. Canada's good. Jamaica, Cayman Islands. So I'm not going to be in the U.S. So where am I going to be? Let's try Bangkok. It's Bangkok to anywhere. Okay. So check this out. I can go to Thailand so anywhere in Thailand. So let's leave Thailand and go somewhere else. So say I'm in Thailand, which I'm going to be spending a lot of time in. Myanmar, Vietnam, $31, Indonesia, China. So my point I'm trying to make here is that once you cross one of those massive oceans on either side of our massive country, things get a lot simpler, right? So if I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, and I want to go to Sri Lanka, well, let's keep it simple. I live cheap, right? So I want to go see those towers in Malaysia. Malaysia is incredibly cheap to go. Kuala Lumpur is somewhere that I want to go. So say I'm in Bangkok today, and I want to go to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Well, here's a flight. Let's wait for it to load. So right now we're seeing a flight for $47. Okay. So the only deal I found here is for $47. $47, 2 hours. All right. and I can book that right now for $47. If there's any kind of travel that you guys want to know about, it is actually the problem Americans have traveling is we have a massive country. We live a long way from the nearest airport. We have a week or two vacation a year to explore, and you just simply can't do that as a yeah, so and you can book hotels here too, but I will be going to I'll be going to places where I need to book at least my first couple of nights to get my bearings in town, but I'll be going to places where there are other options. So let's do round trips because it's not what I'm going to do, but let's do a round trip from, say, Bangkok to anywhere. So if I want to go from Bangkok round trip to Laos, say I've got a base in Thailand, and Chiang Mai, Thailand is somewhere I want to go. So yeah, okay, so there's a perfect example. So for $187 for 3 nights in a 3-star hotel and a flight, and then food is just incredibly cheap in these places of the world if you're willing to eat like a local. If you want your Burger King and your McDonald's and your Starbucks and your Ruth's Chris, and if you need use the word Western style, then you're still gonna be fine, but you're gonna be paying almost what you pay here. But when you're willing to eat for $2 a meal and eating like the locals, you can. So this is $167 for 3 days. It's just, and it's impossible to explain it's very hard to explain to people how far removed we are from the rest of the world, and once you get closer, how accessible it is. So, but I'll show you on the road, and if there's any place that you've ever wanted to go, let me know, because I will literally go anywhere. I'm actually looking into a couple of places that Americans don't normally tend to go. So how about a round trip to Australia, right? So it's $2,000 easy from America to Australia. But once you get to Bangkok, Thailand, you can go to Perth for $382 round trip ish. And this is just, well, there we go, $252 round trip. If the journey is what you seek, then you will live the best life you could ever imagine. If a destination is what you seek, then it's harder, but it's still doable. You just have to change the way you think about travel. When you can get down to 1 bag or maybe 2, your options open literally to the world.